What's up guys, welcome to Faith Family Homestead. If you're new here, my name's Dom. We are inside the kitchen today. For the next like 3 or 4 days, it's going to be below freezing in the like 27s, like high 20s, low 30s, but below 32. And today the high is only like 45. Really chilly outside, and so this is the perfect day for me to just batch cook. I am going to be making 3 different types of muffins. I'm going to be making banana muffins, zucchini muffins. The reason why I do zucchini is because it's not really zucchini muffins. I grew a lot of kukuzi squash and a lot of different squashes over the winter, and I just shredded them and freeze dried them. I've been making this zucchini chocolate chip muffin recipe. I've made it about 8 times already, just trying to use all of the freeze dried zucchini or squash that I preserved over the summer, and so now I'm using them. I'm also using freeze-dried eggs for this recipe since it is going into winter. We're not officially into winter. Actually, we are. We're at the end of December. We are in winter. So now that we're in winter, the chickens aren't laying as much. We're only getting probably about, you know, sometimes 1 to 4 to 5 eggs a day. So not very many when you have a family of 6 like I do. So we are using, so we're making bananas. I have some bananas that, you know, just turned bad so fast. So there's 5 of them. Yeah. So we're gonna make banana muffins, we're gonna make zucchini chocolate chip muffins, and then we're going to make apple pie muffins. I have this can of apple pie that I got from Aldi. I don't remember why I got it, because I had apple pie filling in my freezer, and I've made apple pies. You guys saw me make apple pies for Thanksgiving. So I saw this on my pantry shelf, and I decided that I was going to use this to make some muffins because we are coming into January. Last year January I did a no spend, the 3 Rivers pantry challenge, where you don't spend anything in the month. Well, she doesn't spend anything in the month of January and February, and that's to like just kind of use the things that she preserved over the summer. How I did it last year is I only bought fresh fruits and vegetables every week, enough to get through that week and make food that week. I'm probably going to be doing the same thing this year, where I'm only going to give myself probably about $25 to buy fresh fruits and vegetables for the week in order to make the things that I need for that week. So I'm going to be starting with the apple muffins just because they only make 12, and since I only have 1 can of this, I thought it would be the easiest one to make. I am going to use the scissors and cut down these apple pieces into smaller pieces because they're still kind of like in the chunkier pieces that you would use for apple pie. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut some of these to make them a little more manageable in muffins. I did a quick outfit change and put on my apron because I never remember to wear apron until I'm splashing stuff all over me, and then I'm wondering, why didn't I put on my apron? So I'm gonna leave a recipe similar to the one that I'm going to be making here, but it's not going to be exact. And the reason being is because I'm blending 2 different recipes and what I want to do together, so kind of like 3 recipes together. The reason is because I have a lot of whole wheat flour that I want to use up, and none of the recipes that I looked up called for whole wheat flour. And then also one of the recipes I looked up which called for sour cream, which is another item that I want to use, it called for a cake mix that was already pre-made, and I don't have pre-made cake mix, so I'm gonna be blending recipes. I'm also using freeze-dried eggs, where I freeze-dried, I don't think it was this past spring, I freeze-dried this past spring, but I harvested in the season before that when we had all of our new layers laying eggs. And since we only have about 2 dozen of fresh eggs, I'm gonna use this freeze-dried eggs as my eggs. So it is going to need extra water. So yeah, there's just a lot of things that I'm changing in this recipe, but the other recipes I'll probably be following exactly, besides adding the freeze-dried eggs. And I'll leave a link in the description box to those recipes if you want to make them as well. It's super simple. These recipes, especially the zucchini chocolate chip one that I've been making, is probably the easiest one out of all of them that I've been making, like I said, every couple of days, because my kids, not every couple of days, probably every week, because my kids have been eating them for breakfast. The reason why I think this should be super fast making these muffins is because a lot of them use the same ingredients. So since the zucchini muffins, the apple muffins, and the banana muffins are all using cinnamon, I usually just go ahead and add like kind of like a pumpkin or a apple pie filling type mixture when I add ginger, cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg. I add all of the spices together because it's usually the only time I'm using those spices. I don't really cook with those spices very often, and so when I am baking something that calls for cinnamon, I just go ahead and add all 4 of those spices together. And I did see in the banana muffin it also called for cinnamon, so I'll probably just be adding all of those spices together. And like I said, I've made the zucchini one, so I know that they call for cinnamon. So they'll pretty much have all the same flavor profiles. I'm just using different fruits, so it's banana, apples, or zucchinis. Today's like really the first day that I haven't been able, well, I mean I could if I wanted to, but I'm not going outside. I've been working on getting the garden situated for coming spring, because it's already going to be January, and once it hits about January, I think 12th, January something, it's about 12 weeks from my last estimated frost. And you guys know you can plant, well, if you don't know, you can plant peppers or start peppers 12 weeks away from your last frost date. And for the past 2 years I planted my peppers 12 weeks away, and they've always done fine. So if I'm able, that is my plan, to get my peppers started again mid-January. So I've been working hard trying to get the garden, the soil, and everything, get my plan in place, because I know this coming year is going to be as busy as it was last year, and I don't want to get caught off guard, even though right now I know most of the plans I have coming up. Just little things that you didn't prepare for. I want to make sure I'm prepared. So I'm also not washing out this container in between muffins. This is going to be like, this is just for my family, and so I don't care if I mix stuff together. Gonna pop this in the oven, and then I'm gonna start working on probably the banana muffins. I do have another, this is mini muffins, so that way when this comes out I can just go ahead and put the bananas back in. We are on to our next muffin. And hey, now can you do that 1 cup thing? 1 cup, yeah. This is going to be the banana muffins, and all of the recipes I found, I'm just basically doubling. So since this doubling, it calls for 3 cups of flour, I'm going to do 2 cups of all-purpose and 1 cup of whole wheat. to get some use out of this whole wheat. I don't cook with whole wheat a lot. Then again, for the egg, I'm using the freeze-dried eggs. 3 tablespoons of freeze-dried eggs equals 1 whole egg. This is really like a mega kitchen day as I'm working on these muffins. I have Anaya putting in some beef I defrosted in the microwave really quick for dinner tonight. I didn't have any more pot roast, but that's what I wanted, and so I had some beef tips that I'm going to use instead. Oops. Sometimes I forget when I'm making a double recipe and I'll start adding in just one recipe's worth of some ingredients. I hate when that happens and then I don't realize until the end. This is just homemade vanilla. You can see there's a bunch of vanilla beans. I've had these vanilla beans. I started this 2 years ago, and then whenever I ran out, I just added more vanilla beans and more vodka. And you can see there's like a little bit of liquid left, but I do have 2 more half gallons of vanilla already made, so when I add more vodka to here, it will just keep going. Okay, I think, nope, I don't have the salt or oil. And I think that's pretty much it. This recipe says I could use coconut oil or butter. I'm going to use neither and use just oil I have on hand. I've also substituted in recipes before shortening because I have palm shortening. But my palm shortening container's empty at the moment and I don't feel like refilling it, so I'm just working with what I have. It's so nice having these muffins because we can grab them. My kids usually eat probably 2 muffins when there's like just eating muffins by themselves. But then when I have something else with it, they probably could get away with 1 if I have like a meat with it. But these are just so good because I'm not a morning person, and sometimes, you know, we have to do animal chores and leave right away, like on Sundays. This past Sunday, we just grabbed some muffins, got in the car, and the kids ate muffins on the way to church, and that was breakfast. So I'm on my last batch of muffins. These are going to be the zucchini muffins. The apple muffins already came out. The mini banana muffins came out, and now I'm working on the zucchini muffins. My girls want to eat a muffin. Which muffin are you going to try? The apple ones?
Yeah. I want to try.
Like I've said, I've already made these zucchini chocolate chip muffins a lot of times before, so I know my girls like them. The banana ones I just made today, and the apple are, how's that banana? Are the new ones.
I know it tastes apple.
Oh yeah? What's it taste like, Maya? You like that apple one?
It tastes okay.
Does it taste that good?
The zucchini's better.
The zucchini's better?
Let me taste.
So that's interesting. Nanaya says the zucchini ones that I made is better than those apple ones I made.
I like
And
this one.
You like that one? That one? That one's the apple one. You like that one?
Mm-hmm.
So we have, is it better than the zucchini ones I make?
No.
No. What about that banana one?
Tastes like banana.
Is it good? Do you like it better than the zucchini?
Mm-hmm. Mommy,
You don't?
Mommy, this one is gummy bag one just says here need two.
Okay, so there you have it. They, it's funny, they like the zucchini ones I make. So like I said, this is just dehydrated, or not, this is rehydrated kukuzi squash. It was freeze dried and I just sat it in water to rehydrate. And here, I didn't like squeeze out the extra moisture. I just kind of like took out the excess liquid, because this does need a little extra liquid since the, what is it called, the egg that I'm using is freeze dried. Yes, you can have another muffin.
Thank you.
I need the vanilla. I was thinking about it, it's only 1:43. I started filming and making my first muffin at like 12:30 something. So within the matter of, you know, definitely less than 2 hours, less than an hour and a half, you can have 48 muffins, because I'm doing 24 at a time, except for the mini muffins I did 48, but really it's 24. You can have, or actually 36, 12, no, 24, 48, 72. In the matter of an hour and a half, you can have 72 muffins, and that's definitely more than enough to get us through many breakfasts. So I'll have to freeze some, and since my husband's working, he can be taking some to work, and my son's on school break from school, so he won't be taking any to school with him, but when school comes back, if we still have any frozen, this definitely encouraged me to do more different flavors like this because of how quick it came together. I literally just took out the last muffins, which were these zucchini chocolate chip muffins, which all my girls have declared are their absolute favorite. I don't know if it's because it has the sweetness from the sugar and the chocolate chips, or what, but they said they much preferred them over the banana ones I made today and the apple ones that I made. But all of these will be eaten. I didn't taste the banana one yet. I did taste the apple one. I'll have to agree it's not as sweet, so I'm thinking that when they say that they like the zucchini one's better, is because it has like, each bite has like a little bit of chocolate chips in it, so you get the sweetness from the muffin and then the sweetness from the chocolate chip. I'm sure this recipe for the banana muffins did say that you could add chocolate chips in it. The reason why I didn't is because I knew this muffin was gonna have chocolate chips in it, but not too bad for making 72 muffins in less than 2 hours. While I was doing this, I did stop to put my dinner inside the Instapot and season that and do some other things. I have everything cleaned up, and now I have these batch of muffins. I only used one container to make all of this in because I used the same ingredients really in all of them, the same seasonings, and so now I have breakfast or snacks. My kids just ate it for like a snacky lunch, and they had some carrots and a fruit. This was so perfect to do on this cold day. I just looked at the weather and it's only 47 degrees, which is super cold for us when usually, you know, we're used to the highs getting up into at least the high 50s. So 47 is really, really chilly. The sun is out, but it still feels really cold. So a nice project to do indoors. I don't have that many dishes. I just have that one container and the measuring scoops that I continue to use. So this is perfect. I would definitely do this again when I need to make some more muffins. I don't know how long these will last, probably 2 weeks, and I'll probably have to make some more. But yes, thank you guys for hanging out with me on this cold, chilly day as we made muffins together and just chit chat. You guys, let me know if you make any of these muffins. They're delicious. Let me know. What do you do when it's really cold outside? Do you clean? Do you bake? Do you cook? What are your things that you do to keep from being outside, since we can't be outside in the garden. Let me know down in the description box, and I'll have to catch you guys in my next video. Bye.